Assistant umpire from Uganda, Ronald Mugwanya. Always in good spirits. Really good cologne too. So the captain in black, Ma Long Horse Dragon, as it translates, will be playing against the ballroom receiver, Koki Niwa. Clever and cool. You never know what he's going to bring out on the table, from chop blocks to inside-out shots. Let's see, best of 7. Aggressive from the start, Koki Niwa. Now, Koki Niwa recently beating Shushin at the Asian Championships. Not too many people taking down one of the top 4 from China. Ma Long with a perfect read there. Brings the racket head up in case he needs to push. Hesitates for a moment and sees it coming off the table. Generates quite a lot of racket speed. When Ma Long has the time, he can really be creative with his placement here. Let's look at this one more time. Push sits up a little bit. It was an in-between push. It's going to be long. It's going to have to be deeper, a little faster. Oh, but the inside-out forehand, no problem. One thing that can be said about Koki Niwa, he said it himself, is he's 100% confident when he plays table tennis. Catches the ball on the uprise, inside-out forehand, bending away. Once again, the wide angles. Not easy to do. Long, fast serve. If he can keep his serves unpredictable like this, finish the point quickly, it's a great strategy to really stand a chance. Still early in the match, of course. We're starting to see a bit more power from Koki Niwa on that forehand, but it's not just the power. Power for power, Ma Long is the more powerful player. It's Koki Niwa's creative placement, his unpredictability, that leaves Ma Long stuck a little bit, not able to predict and get to the place early enough to counter. Soft touch on both sides. Ma Long recovering the net with the net.
Left, 3, 4.
Outstanding effort. Ma Long with a drop shot. Koki Niwa getting it back on the table. Fooled with the serve. Bold, fast, long serve from Ma Long. Now from this angle, you could see Koki Niwa, when he came in for the drop shot, was able to fish it back up deep on the table. Every once in a while, we see someone stuck under the table, and they almost have to try to put backspin on it to make it come back over the net.
5.
You can feel the emotion there. Koki Niwa not outrageously expressive, but it came through in the teeth. And of course, the head shake right there. Tries to slow it down, change the pace against Ma Long. Chop block. We've got 2 of the 3 most successful chop blockers in the world right now on the table. The only one who's not here is Adriana Diaz, but both of these guys can chop block very effectively.
6 all.
Even though the ball goes long, Koki Niwa again staying on top of the table, really is determined to stay close. I think that's important. A lot of people, you know, we saw Junmi Zutani the first time he got match points that I recall in Kuwait against Shushin. He had to stay close and attack early.
6, 7.
Ma Long giving Koki Niwa a taste of his own medicine with a slower backhand. Little change of pace here. Dangerous. You can feel the danger. Ma Long plays one soft. The next ball, be ready.
Left, 6, 7.
Serve comes long, opening spin is heavy from Ma Long. Now for Koki Niwa, taking the first game is so important. Anything he can do to keep Ma Long's confidence a little bit dented. you can recall seeing Ma Long lobbed down, let alone by somebody under 5'5". Koki Niwa with the touch in at the table and some sky lobs, so calm and cool. Wow. So a 1-point game now. There it is again, the inside-out forehand, and Koki Niwa ties it up. The touch on that receive, the angle that he comes in with the backhand on the racket takes it so early, and it really makes a difficult third ball for Ma Long. Strong start, fast long serve, and it looks like the ball slips off the racket for what would have been the 5th ball, I believe, in the rally. Serve comes a little too long once again, and Ma Long is right there. Koki Niwa has used his intentionally long serves very effectively, but Ma Long, you can see, drives him into the backhand corner, forces the body upright a little bit, and it's difficult for Koki Niwa, even with his low center of gravity, to stay forward, stay closed, and on top of the ball. So if you're newer to table tennis, Ma Long wiping the sweat off the palm of his hand for perfect grip. Goes for broke on the step around. It goes long. Koki Niwa with a strong fight in game 1, but Ma Long stronger by 3 points. Fang Zhendong at the World Championships in Germany just over a week ago. Pulled out one of the most exciting victories in the last decade of table tennis. Beautiful backhand, so free. Just a ripping shot. As soon as he gets a relatively soft one from Ma Long, the ball just accelerating forward. Koki Niwa's shots are unlike that of others.
1-1.
The trajectory of the ball, the versatility in his spin game. Again, creativity paying off dividends. Now a punch down the line. As soon as he hit that serve, I was thinking in game 1, Ma Long won almost every point where the serve came off the table that wasn't a deep, fast serve. But here, Koki Niwa is able to stay forward, get a ball a little bit more predictably into the backhand side. Excellent placement from Ma Long. So when Koki Niwa gets backed off the table, he starts to turn a little bit early there. Can't cover. It's a combination play. Koki Niwa's expecting a ball. You know what? He's got to take some risks. He's made a lot of points this way. In game 1, turning the corner, the inside-out forehand was very successful.
3-4.
That's some of the pressure to keep it short. Ma Long with 2 points in a row on the serve.
Left. 3-4.
Nice play with the backhand off the bounce. Ma Long, between games, had a chance to talk to his coach right now, Ma Lin. Olympic gold medalist, a legend in table tennis. Arguably one of the greatest all-time pen holders. Backhand to backhand, Koki Niwa. Now, it's not just that his backhand, I mean, arguably, you'd say Ma Long has the better backhand between these two players. Koki Niwa's dangerous with his inside-out forehand as well. And he's just so unpredictable right now. He's breaking the rhythm well. Look at this, right off the bounce, one after another, and he's painting the corners of the table. How many people can do this to Ma Long? We've seen Koki Niwa lob down Ma Long. We've seen him play the parallel shots, go backhand to backhand, win points. Playing a really high pressure game with a high success rate right now. It's the right fight to pick. He's been playing it well. Long serve into the backhand. Open up backhand to backhand rally. Try wide. I don't think mentally he can let that really bother him too much. But then again, when it comes to Koki Niwa, it seems like mentally nothing bothers him too much. Win or lose, he tends to keep his cool. He tends to keep his confidence, his bold play.
6, 7.
This received just a little bit in between as it comes off the table. Sits up a little bit too high, but Ma Long playing a spinny shot. Placement on the table. He didn't go for a kill. For me, this says there's still a chance here. Niwa has Ma Long a little bit uncomfortable.
7 or.
You can see him trying to calibrate, staying on top of that heavy topspin shot from Ma Long. Parallel once again, this time from the forehand side. Now this is home court. Koki Niwa has a larger percentage of the crowd cheering for him, despite the fans of Ma Long doing an excellent job to make him feel at home. Oh, what a break for Koki Niwa. Top of the net, and that ball sits really shallow on the table. Ma Long making an outstanding effort. Now with a ball that high, it's just such an awkward shot. You could see Ma Long had to lift the wrist to avoid hitting the table at the back as he stepped around.
8, 9.
Now while there is an apology for lucky shots or fortune off the edge of the table or the net, that apology has to be very temporary mentally for the player to get right back in. There's no feeling sorry anymore. You continue the match, stay focused to win the game. There it was, the ballroom reception. Koki Niwa got to be the only player in the world at this level doing that. Runs all the way around the forehand for a slicing chop with the backhand. It's more than a strawberry. It's the ballroom reception, and Koki Niwa now with 2 game points to tie it up at the 3rd towel break. Again, if you're a little bit newer to table tennis, players are allowed to go to their towel only on the timeout or every 6 points that have been played.
10, 9.
Unfortunate for Koki Niwa, the right strategy. Ma Long fighting. This is a rally that Ma Long has lost on several occasions. Seen a lot of long serves. Koki Niwa second serve. Half long in the soft spinny shot. Does not connect. Ma Long saving 2 game points. Trying to play a second ball soft. Excellent touch on the receive, a little bit late to come in for that 4th ball. Difficult to keep the ball short when you're back on the table. And again, an escape from Ma Long. Koki Niwa getting quite close, but not able to do it. 2-0, Ma Long leads, and we'll be back for game 3, Koki Niwa versus Ma Long right after this.
Next, lock all.
Too fast right off the bounce. Again, the inside-out forehand, Ma Long anticipates, but it sends him back off the table. Koki Niwa not allowing time to get the best of him. Oh, just missing the table.
Lock, 2.
Love to see that one more time. Thank you. Right off the bounce, takes it early and sends Ma Long back.
Left.
Had a chance to see Ma Long doing some sky lobs in the men's doubles earlier today. Some of the highest lobs I've seen out here.
Left.
Ooh,
Lock, 2.
so much spin on the ballroom. Once again, this time with a little bit of net on it. A little fortune for Koki Niwa. Koki Niwa, the first time I had seen him do this was against Dmitry Ovcharov earlier this year. Called the ballroom for the fancy step where he steps behind, looking like a classy dancer out here, winning points on the receive.
3-1.
Looked like a little bit of a change of heart out there. Koki Niwa realizing rather go with a forehand flip to mix it up.
3-2.
Calm and confident opening attack from Ma Long. His spatial awareness is so good at the back of the table. Excellent combination. Again, the change of pace, slow and spinny first, and then the quick one off the bounce from Koki Niwa. And not super dangerous off the bounce, but still, he's consistently taking the ball early enough to be a threat. Ma Long has not lost a game yet in this tournament. In the opening round, played 18-16 in game 1 against Maharu Yoshimura.
3-4.
So beats Maharu Yoshimura 4-0 after that. Ho Kwon Kid of Hong Kong 4-0. On Koki Niwa's side, he beat defender Ruin Filus in an outstanding match.
4-4.
Anticipates well. It's a high-risk shot. This is a lot of what Koki Niwa has been doing to Ma Long, the backhand-to-backhand exchange and then opening up cross-court to the forehand. Quick off the bounce, and we've got the timeout here on Koki Niwa's side. Head coach Kurashima there. Yosuke Kurashima has been with the men's program for some time. So tough for me to hear what's being said. Wouldn't be surprised if there were some conversations about timing. Again, Ma Lin in the corner with Ma Long. Ma Lin with some of the most amazing touch shots and sky lobs I've seen from the Chinese national team in the last 2 decades. Which could be interesting because Koki Niwa with some real strong touch out here. But again, his skill set is quite different than many of the players at this level. Koki Niwa had been world top 20 for the majority of his time in the last 5 years now. Oh, he thought it was over. A big shot, and Ma Long is right there to bring it back into play. It takes more than a few. Ma Long does not lie down, not on the job. These reactions, the shotgun reactions from Koki Niwa, give you the sense that he's got a chance out here. But Ma Long is just being so fast and fighting. I mean, he's adjusting well to the variation coming in.
5-7.
If things continue the way they have, then Ma Long will continue to win. He'll cruise through this match. Again, the points, we're looking at 11-8, we're looking at 12-10. Fans there in the crowd, Koki Niwa fan club.
6-7.
Heard a little bit of frustration there from Ma Long, a little bit of vocalization. Talked to Ma Lin yesterday. He said the main thing he's working on with Ma Long is mentality.
7-4.
When people ask what's the difference between Ma Long and Fan Zhendong, close to the back edge of the table, that is. Ma Long's versatility and his mental game, his experience. He's tactically the strongest player in the world. And by every standard, the strongest player in the world if you look at the big picture.
7-8.
Now, pre-2015, Ma Long had the best record on the Chinese national team, but lost some of the big titles to Zhang Jike. Well played down the line, Ma Long putting some pressure on Koki Niwa, rushing the shot. But since 2015, Ma Long has found his confidence. Doesn't seem to have lost it.
9-8.
Solid opening, but Niwa's there to bring it back. He's had the lead deep in the game, every game, but hasn't been able to close one out yet. Look at these backhands off the bounce. That gives you a real sense of timing from that camera angle once again for Koki Niwa to take them so early, shot after shot. The Chinese fans, definitely the more vocal fans here, but you get to hear some gambates coming back from the Japanese fans. Go for it, keep fighting. 2 game points to Koki Niwa on the receive. Long serve into the backhand, bold play from Ma Long. Saves 1 game point, second serve here. Koki Niwa needs to convert. Koki Niwa with his first game. Just incredible. The pressure early on, and Ma Long brings down a lob right at the base. Chinese crowd for Koki Niwa.
First game.
This is the first game that Ma Long has dropped. The first game that he's lost to anybody in this tournament. Just happened. Koki Niwa looking to do the same here.
1 lob.
He's second guessing himself a little bit. Had some lobbing earlier, had a successful lobbing point against Ma Long earlier in the match. A little surprising once again, Koki Niwa with that big inside-out forehand doesn't come back to the center of the table, just watches the ball a little bit longer. Oh, beautiful backhand off the bounce from Ma Long. Ballroom once again, heavy side and under from Koki Niwa, and it's shallow on the table. Not just the spin, but the placement. Ma Long has to take that from over the table. Very uncomfortable ball, and it's difficult to lift heavy backspin while it's inside the table and out in front of you. Oh, break off the top of the net. You could hear the sorry. Koki Niwa doesn't speak a lot of English, but sorry was the first thing that came out there. Well placed, Ma Long deep into the backhand corner of Koki Niwa. He's going big every time, playing smart. Difficult receive, sits up a little bit, and Ma Long there to finish. Now, one thing that makes Ma Long so dangerous, his serve is very subtle, and it's slightly different. Again, you don't have to make big changes to your serve as long as it looks the same, and Ma Long's pendulum serves look quite similar. For example, not a lot of topspin on that last ball. You don't even need any underspin to get a ball to come back into the net. If it's straight side spin and it looks like topspin, that's enough.
3-8.
Ma Long running out into a lead here. Just amazing the muscle control Ma Long has. The rackets stop right after that flick of the wrist. Can understand the frustration of Koki Niwa. Gets Ma Long back off the table still. Higher ball. Tries to close it out early. Just not making the shots as much. Not this game. Second towel break of the game. It's a 6-point lead for the Dragon. There was the chop block in the short side of the table for the step around forehand. Excellent combination from cool Koki Niwa. Really never know what you're gonna get when it comes to Koki Niwa. Koki Niwa is like a box of chocolates. The ballroom, and it's countered back to the open table. He plays it deep, and Ma Long with a full swing on this one. Here it is, heavy side and under. From the body, the arm coming behind the head for Koki Niwa. Boom, nobody home. Set the alarm. Fortunately, Ma Long does have a bit of security score-wise.
5-10.
Alarm enough, it's 5 game points for Ma Long to take a 3-1 lead. Backhand serve from Niwa, but he couldn't convert the point. 11-5. Ma Long one game away from moving on to the semifinals. We'll be back game 5 coming up right after this.
Thank you. Fifth game. You have to serve. Drop all.
So it's 1-3, Koki Niwa down. Oh, no chance at this one. Comes around the backhand side of the table, and Ma Long bends it away to the wide forehand. Koki Niwa with some effort there. Ma Long keeps it unpredictable. Koki Niwa from off the table, unless it's a sky lob deep on the table. Ma Long's going to be very difficult to fool to get the point against. Too strong. Koki Niwa looking around to see where the ball went, it seemed. This time the ballroom deeper on the table. Ma Long just murders the ball into the body. Swings the leg after the full stroke forehand. Not gonna come down, he's wondering what is it? The first ball was strong enough to keep him in the point, but on a few occasions now, the second lob has been troubled. Ma Long, it's a little bit of side spin on it.
Left, lob, 4.
One-two off the bounce combination play. Ma Long hasn't dropped a point yet. He loses one game, and it's like you don't want to make him angry. Koki Niwa putting a splinter in the side of the Dragon.
5-1.
First point this game from Niwa is about placement here, right onto the body, forcing Ma Long to come across the body with an abbreviated stroke. Not enough topspin to arc the ball back on. There's the Koki Niwa fan club watching in anticipation. Look at the versatility of the people that Koki Niwa attracts.
6-1.
At least from an age standpoint, the spectrum of maturity for the Koki Niwa fans. Too strong, Ma Long, beautiful shots. Again with the touch of Koki Niwa, he's able to get one back on the table. And Ma Long quickly runs around it to follow up and finish the point. Backhand serve.
1-8.
This is a sign of Niwa looking for answers.
8-2.
We actually see a similar strategy from Ma Long when he's trying to mix things up. He'll go to the backhand serve against some of his other compatriots. Tough matches against the big four from China. And a few others, of course, from China at a similar skill level. frozen the statue block attempt. Niwa down 7. Ma Long 2 points away from moving on to the semifinals. He has not won a Japan Open. With all of his titles, Japan is written on not one of them. Not for a Japan Open.
2-10.
First ballroom attempt that hasn't come down on the table that we've seen. 8 match points for Ma Long. Forehand flip kill.
3-10.
Tough to tell if Ma Long was waiting to see if there was an exhibition point or not. But it's over. Deep into the backhand corner. Ma Long shuts the door with authority. 4-1 over Koki Niwa. The streak continues since 2012. Ma Long has not lost to Koki Niwa, and Koki Niwa creating even more fans saying thank you to all.